EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. The veteran punter Bradley Pinion has this one teed up, and we are underway from Atlanta. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Saints take over. At their own 22-yard line.
Jameis going to look to throw right away. And Thomas has it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
First down, Saints.
Jameis to throw it. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's the first carry for Dwayne Washington. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st, here's Washington. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
They'll try to throw now, Winston. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try again with Washington. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dwayne Washington punching it in from a yard away. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Falcons, nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll throw again. Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Mariota on first down. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. I appreciate the aggressiveness, trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Washington on 3rd and short. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Staying on the ground with Washington. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Winston. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston. As the first half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Saints 14, Falcons nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. at their own 18-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A spin. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
14. Falcons, nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Avery Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful with this one.
It's a game of 10.
The first down throw for Winston. That one complete to Hill.
Winston's pass complete to Taysom Hill. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
On second down, Washington. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. First and 10.
First down, New Orleans.
From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Washington now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Winston. Flushed out right. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Winston to throw for it on 4. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now Patterson to start the drive. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mariota now. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The sack backs him up, so now Mariota in Atlanta dealing with a 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It's 4th down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 4th down, Mariota. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Patterson. Touchdown, Falcons. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And we'll get this up just shy of the 30. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Winston. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Winston. He is going to find Hill here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Up the middle they go. Washington. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Winston. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. On third down, here's Washington. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run. It's Washington. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. In motion left is Thomas. Winston to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Fourth down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. They're going to clock a decent amount of time here to tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mariota. That's caught by Pitts. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
Now Mariota. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mays used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara, and he stopped immediately there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now a run up the middle with Washington. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So possession in overtime first goes to the Atlanta Falcons, and we are back underway. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
Right side run with Patterson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mariota. Oh, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. What a big-time interception that is here on the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, they're already knocking on the door with a short field. Remember, all they need is 3 points to win this game.
And that thinking just can't limit them on offense. The playbook should still be wide open. Get a first down, maybe 2. Do it safely. Nice throws that your quarterback can make. Nice runs that your running backs like. But make sure you get yourself in position and let your kicker have at it.
What can Winston do in the OT now? It's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons, and Mariota
at their 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Throwing is Mariota.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Patterson.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mariota.
And this will be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Mariota.
And he's got Pruitt. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. That one goes for 24 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground now, Patterson.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On second, here's Algier.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. And I know you with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage game there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Younghoe Koo, all eyes fixated on the kicker.
This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Falcons are going to win the game.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory.